If you like what you hear in this podcast and want to help us keep the lights on, then you could support us on Ko-fi for as little as a £1 one-off donation. The links are in the episode description. Thanks for your support. This is Skip, the podcast where we tell you, in our opinion, which albums are truly unskippable and which ones belong in the skip. I'm Mike.
I'm Rob.
And this is year 2, baby.
We made it.
We did it. I mean, hopefully you enjoyed the 2 anniversary episodes that we just did over the past fortnight. It's been lovely to think about being with you for a whole year, and here we start on a brand new cycle with the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, surprisingly by Lauryn Hill. I have completely forgotten who requested this one. Have you got that up?
I certainly do not. I was Googling the Fugees. Ready or not, here I come. So this is a second entry from Cameron.
Cameron, now, he
used to work with me.
Yes, he's also requested something previously.
He has, and he's had it covered, I think.
Now, what was it?
He was Frank Ocean.
Oh, interesting. So we're almost... that was our 3rd episode at our 2nd week. We've got a very weird release history. So it's almost been exactly 12 months. No, this is exactly 12 months.
It is exactly 12 months.
Since he's had it. Oh, that's spooky, man. That is spooky. Okay, cool. Awesome. Welcome back, Cameron. It's been a nice long year. Some people have had multiple entries already, and now you joined the club as well. Cool. Thanks very much for sending this in. That must mean then he requested this before we started the show, same as he did with Blonde, right?
Yep, he requested both of these at the same time.
It's been sat there over a year.
It's been sat there over a year with a plethora of different albums. However, if your album would like to join the list, you know what to do. You know where to send it.
We don't have a full year's worth yet. I think I did the maths, like taking out, like we're working on another themed fortnight already. We've still got Christmas and New Year's coming for this year. I think we've got about 30 to 34 more episodes that are ready. We can, go ahead and do them. So we need a few more to get to the end of the 2nd year. So if you have an unskippable album you'd like us to review and add to the pile, and also if you want us to do the Second Chance Cup winner, that's My Chemical Romance's The Black Parade, re-review, a thought of something that we could do for that. Since it's the only album that we've ever kind of dragged up twice, I think they're allowed to have the enhanced editions of those albums up for consideration. So they did an anniversary release that had some additional tracks. I think we could throw that in the mix.
The only thing I'd say about that is I will throw the same argument I had for Don Brocco. Just because it has extra tracks doesn't mean it's going to change my verdict.
True, but you got to add some kind of spice to the re-review. We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. We'll do something for my Chem, whether it's a re-review or if we take a look at 3 Cheers instead.
We could. And then 3 Cheers
we can do an active comparison of the two. Yeah,
and then if 3 Cheers wins, then it drags Black Parade with it. That could be interesting. We just workshop on this show now.
Yeah, we do.
We're not putting this off at all. So Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, released in 1998, I want to say.
Yep, you've got that right.
It sounds like a late 90s album, I'll put it that way. Obviously was previously a member of the Fugees, as we said at the top of the episode. This is her first and currently only solo record. And as far as I understand it, something of a revered classic of its time.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk really highly about this album, saying it is the quintessential hip-hop and R&B album of the late 90s.
Which is weird, because same... Oh, no, I'm going to double-check something, because I'm fairly certain that this album released in the same decade, but I want to check. Bear with me 2 seconds. Yes, this came out, admittedly, many years later, but within the same decade as The Chronic. So if people are putting this above The Chronic, oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. People have very, very strong opinions about this. What's weird about Lauryn Hill, right, is that it just doesn't feel like she's been around. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of these rappers are very long in the tooth now. I mean, Dre and Snoop Dogg are fantastic examples of this. They've just been going for fucking ever. Doesn't seem like they're ever going to go away. And even the generations after them, so your Jay-Z's, your Eminem's, your 50 Cents, they're still going. There's been this storied history. And then Lauryn Hill seems like it was this absolute blowout success, award-winning album, critically adored album, and then seemingly nothing.
She does random shows every now and again. It's like, at the time of recording, she has got a show booked for the 2nd of September, randomly at the Accor Arena in Paris, as you do.
The weird thing, the weird time where that she showed up for me, and it was weird. It was really weird timing. During those 2 weeks where we were doing our anniversary special, I had a bit of a break from listening to albums for the show. And I actually managed to sit down and listen to something that I discovered existed one day and then did 3 listens to it in one day. I'm telling you now because no one else will care, so I have to put it on my podcast. Turns out the guy who did Hamilton is adapting one of my favourite movies to the stage next year, but he did a concept album as like the pitch for it.
Is it World America Teen Place?
It's not, unfortunately. I mean, you just get Matt and Trey to do that.
Yeah, true.
I'd fucking love to see it. No, he's adapting 1979's The Warriors, which is one of my favourite film of all time. And they've gender flipped The Warriors, so they're all women. And he's got some really talented performers in on that. And then Lauryn Hill shows up on the second track playing Cyrus. Have you seen The Warriors?
I've never seen it.
Very quickly, there's a figure in the movie called Cyrus. Cyrus is trying to unite all of the gangs of New York by saying, look, there's 90,000 of us and only 30,000 cops. We now the number of them 3 to 1. If we all just work together, do get shot. So like, but he's like the most charismatic person. Is this like messianic figure, and it's Lauryn Hill in the recording. I don't think they're going to get her for the Broadway run, but that would be fucking incredible. But to get paid to do one song every night, but she's not going to do 6 shows a week.
No.
Yeah, so Lauryn Hill showed up in that, and I was like, fucking hell, this Cyrus can really belt it out. And then, obviously, I was looking down the list. I was like, oh, well, I'm looking forward to listening to the Miseducation now. Brilliant. So, let's talk about that. How did you feel? Actually, no, facts and or figures. I'm out of practice. We've had a couple of weeks off.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. So, the genres for this are neo-soul, R&B, hip-hop, and reggae. The sound is a rich, organic blend of warm live instrumentation, soulful vocals, gospel inflections, hip-hop beats, reggae flourishes, and layered harmonies with a little bit of spoken word interludes and random classroom scenes.
I mean, those are the spoken word interludes, aren't they? Yeah. And I think this was trying to skirt up towards being a concept record, but I don't. This is my first criticism. I don't think it really achieved that. I think the classroom audio is an interesting kind of framing device that is not used to its full potential. It just doesn't feel like it matches the purpose of all of the songs. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. But saying that, this album was long enough as it was without any additional elements.
Yeah, when all of the tracks like go on for like 5 minutes because the back minute is this slightly off mic like conversation between a seemingly well liked teacher and his class. In my head, it was a literature class. I don't know why I thought that. I think it's because they're talking about love, and the last time we did anything about love in class was when we were discussing like poetry and literature.
Yeah.
So that's what I kind of envisioned in my head. But then like the album title being The Miseducation kind of implies that she wasn't present for it, but then why is it featured so heavily on the album? I don't know.
So either that or the teacher was just teaching them wrong.
Yeah, he's purposefully bad at his job because
I'm showing you that life is great when life is a bunch of shit.
It's this idea of like the streets that raised me, I guess, which, I mean, that's a fucking trope in rap music as it is, but it at least feels more close to home specifically for Lauryn Hill because, you know, the earlier tracks in the album when they talk about like the breakdown of relationships and like defying the expectations of being trapped in that cyclical kind of short generation, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
To then, you know, be a breakout star and still have all the things you wanted. It's an interesting kind of like triumphant return, if you will. But I mean, we'll get to it. You carry on with facts and figures.
So she did something well.
Is it 3 singles?
3 singles.
I only know one.
Go on.
It's Do Wop That Thang.
Go on then. What's next?
I don't know. Okay, let me look at the track listing. I'll see if I can decipher.
I like doing this as a game.
It's
so Do Wop That Thang.
It's obviously that
was the first single.
Oh, it was the first single. Okay, that's interesting. What could be made into a single here? Maybe I Used to Love Him.
No.
Oh, that's interesting. Nothing Even Matters?
No.
Okay, I've got one more guess, and then you're just going to tell me. X Factor?
Wait, that was the second one.
Okay. So is it going to be from the top half of the record again? I'll just say Lost Ones.
No.
Okay.
Everything is Everything.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a choice.
Not what one I would have chosen, admittedly. So, still her only studio album. It runs for 77 minutes and 39 seconds.
Sure does.
It's a long album. It sold 422,000 copies in its first week, breaking records for a female debut. It won 5 Grammys, including Album of the Year, which, going back against The Chronic, it was the first hip-hop album to get a Grammy.
Wow, okay.
And the critical reception, many consider it one of the greatest albums of all time. Not just the greatest R&B albums, but greatest albums.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what you think about this album and to have a good, thorough talk about the the likes and dislikes that we have for this.
I think it's either music or just music lovers. There's a subreddit anyway. They've been doing a 100 greatest albums as suggested by, I forget which paper it is, but they do that and they eliminate one every day. Lauryn Hill stayed on there a good long while. So there is very much love universally.
Oh yeah,
for the album. Like it's not just critics, it's also fans as well.
Well, we've got the initial ratings. We've got Entertainment Weekly with an A, Guardian with a 5, NME with 8 out of 10, Pitchfork 8 out of 10, Q with 4 out of 5, Rolling Stone 4 out of 5, Spin 9 out of 10, USA Today 4 out of 5. So it's been critically acclaimed as well.
Yeah, and this is the reputation that it has now. Obviously, then it was kind of seen as this like complete breakthrough. Even though she was known for being in the Fugees, I don't think she was like. I don't wish to disparage her, but like, I didn't know she was in the Fugees. I knew Wyclef Jean was.
Yeah,
and it's like okay, but I knew who Lauryn Hill was based off that very iconic front cover. We don't often talk about the front covers. I'm trying to get it in more. That carving in the school desk, but it's like it's incredibly detailed, like portrait of herself. It's very iconic. It's absolutely iconic. So I knew that visual iconography before I even knew any of the music, and even knowing that Doo Wop, That Thing, was a single, I still hadn't heard it before coming to this album. So I've been completely fresh coming into this.
I knew that song. I knew a couple of the songs off this album because I have actually heard Lauryn Hill before this. I know you weren't familiar. You knew Wyclef Jean, and like they did their reunion show a couple of days ago as of recording this, and it got cut short.
Oh shit! Really?
So that hasn't gone down well. But yeah, I knew a couple of the songs just from random Spotify playlists and old iPod mixes.
Well, I think we've danced around it long enough. Unless there's anything like specific you want to get out about this.
Anthony Fantano gave it a classic out of 10. What the fuck does that even mean?
Fantano is a bit strange. I like the guy, and some of his ratings are like literally all of his Kendrick videos. I'm 100% on board with him, and then he'll completely like run a good album into the ground. Like he fucking hates Sleep Token, and I don't know why.
But so do a lot of bald men for some reason.
Yeah, a lot of music aficionados. Oh, it's not deep enough.
Oh, the lyrics are shit. I've got eyes strong enough to break diamonds.
Oh, people fucking hate the lyrics on Even an Arcade. And I'm like, it's like the third most important thing going on in that.
We know you love that album, Mike. You don't have to tell us again. It's a new year. Leave it.
I just think that Tu is one of the most talented drummers of his generation. Anyway, moving on.
I just think... I thought you were going to do a fucking Kanye then. I'm going to let you finish. The Sleep Token got one of the best albums of all time.
I should have done that. I'm not clever enough or quick.
It's too warm.
It's quite hot. We are recording in the middle of the 5th UK heat wave.
Wait.
So, like, I want to die.
It's only 32 degrees today.
Yeah, it's currently. It's dropping. It's 29.
We're being spoiled now.
Feel that rain on your skin. It's going to be 36 tomorrow. I'm not going to.
No one else can feel it for you. Only you can stop forest fires.
Truly, that is a big problem. We're really putting off talking about this.
Okay,
I was going to talk about fucking wildfires.
Let's just get into it now.
Okay.
So I will start.
Yep.
There are standout tracks, one of which is the single "Do What That Thing."
Is it because you knew it before?
It's a good song.
Okay.
I just think it's a really fun song. It's really catchy.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's kind of one of the more timeless tracks on this album. It's like a danceable sermon. It's like you could imagine that in a church.
Mm.
It's probably my favourite song on the album. It's got a really good mix of the rap and sung vocals. And it's just, I think it pairs really well. And because it's on the earlier half of the album, it's easy to listen to, and it's very dissimilar from the rest of the album up until that point.
It's a weird one because, like, I agree with you. I think it's good. And compared to some kind of like the earlier songs on the album, and then very much compared to the later ones, there's a good match here of the rapping to the clean vocals. Like clean vocals, like rapping's a fucking screaming. You get what I'm trying to say. Her sung vocals are really good. The title drop of that thing is a really good melody. It's probably my favourite vocal run on the record. The rapping is great. It's compared to the earlier tracks, it's a lot more dynamic. I feel like this is where the album was starting to pick up steam, which was really good. You know me. You know that I like to overanalyze lyrics. Is this a conservative rap song? Is this a song about, like, and I wrote these exact words down. Is this a slut shame anthem with the big twist that it's also a fuckboy shame anthem? Like, I think, because I think it's a very sonically pleasing thing. I think she's got great delivery, but you read those lyrics and it's like, all you bitches are just after something, but all you blokes are just after something. If you'd stop fucking around, stop going back to each other and getting your dick wet, you'd just get on more and you'd be rich and successful like me. I'm like, I'm sorry, is this a conservative rap?
Feels like it. It feels like it's just a shade throw at everyone going, I'm better than you.
Yeah, but not even like doing like the typical like I'm the greatest something. It's just like, no, all of you are dirty fucking STD riddled bitches. And it's like,
I'm clean.
But and then almost like sweet as anything, like, you know, like
that thing,
yeah,
that thing.
you know, like you get a character in like a cartoon, like in Powerpuff Girls, there was that one bitchy fucking girl who wanted to be a Powerpuff Girl and then would just cry or like act really sweet and innocent the second the adults were looking at her. That's Lauryn Hill in this fucking song. Just like, you're all fucking dreadful. I hope your dick falls off to syphilis. That thing. And he was like, oh yeah, but this is a good song, isn't it? It was fucking weird. Like, it's good. It's very well delivered. It's one of the better produced songs on the album. I just think actually it might be a little bit repressed compared to the other ones on the record. It's weird, man.
It is a weird song. I'll follow it with X Factor. So this is like a gold standard for breakup songs. I love how good her vocals are in this. She has got a set of pipes and a half, and it feels like she's putting her heart directly on her sleeve. It's a really 90s song with like all the random backing effects. It was like she went into DJ EJ and just lobbed a fuck ton of effects on the side, and then you've got an insane guitar solo at the end.
Yeah. There's the back half of the song where you've got the gospel kind of vocal hits, vocal stings, and the guitar. That's the best bit.
Oh yeah,
it takes a long time to get there.
It does, and I'll say that about a lot of the songs on this album. These songs are long,
and they take a long time to get to their best bits.
Like a lot of them, like they are backloaded, so you have to sit through at least 30 seconds, if not more, per song to get to the parts I really enjoy. I don't want to go into negatives just yet. I have got some more positives.
Okay.
Do you have any positives on that song? Agreement?
What I will say is it does have that very late 90s, early 2000s trope of most of the songs being a vocal run. Of like it's like you know, the way that Christina Aguilera sang every other line in Beautiful. That that like, I can't fucking do it. But like
the Shakira effect.
Shakira's almost like a post-vocal run obsession artist, like, because she can just do that shit, but they just be like like that. It's like every fucking line. And don't get me wrong, she can fucking do it. The girl's got pipes, I'll give her that, but we're not going negative, so I'll leave it there.
So I'll follow with Forgive Them Father.
Okay.
I think it's got a great chorus. It's got a really fun mix of vocal styles and really simple interpolation.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like it. It's not too over the top. It's simple, it's laid back, and it's just easy to follow.
Of all the choruses, I didn't expect this one to get stuck in my head.
Yeah.
It's very islandy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's a little bit ethereal.
A little bit.
Like the way that she sings it is very different to the way that she sings any other line. It's like it goes like "Give me Father."
It does almost like it's like a calypso version of the like organ chords almost, but like it's all vocally
calypso
delivered.
meets church.
Yeah. It is that, because I mean this is the most like overtly Christian song. It's not the only one. But there's a lot of fucking religion in this, but like that one is explicitly invoking it, and you know some of the lyrics are actually like basically skirting over Bible passages. It's a choice. You know how I feel about religion, so I'll just say that.
And usually, if it's a religious song, I tend to steer clear because I'm not a big fan. But the fact that this one is honest about what it is and isn't trying to hide it kind of gives it extra kudos in my book.
It's a little bit weird to me how they don't build up the gospel style chorused vocals on this. It's pretty laid back for what it is. I think it might be Lauryn just, you know, multi-tracking herself like 2 or 3 times. I don't feel like this is additional vocalist, which is what she's got on other tracks, which is a fucking choice, considering this is the one that's gone, this is the one that's based like going to church. And it's just a weird choice. I didn't dislike it. It's definitely on the dislike list, but it's not on the I want to talk about this list. It was just kind of like, This is an unconventional chorus for me to enjoy. Beyond that, I think it's perfectly acceptable.
Okie dokie. I will carry on. I used to love him. I like the fact that they got Mary J. Blige to feature on that track as well.
Yes.
I think their vocal styles work really well against one another. It's not like they're trying to sing with each other. It's like a vocal battle. It's like that Brandy song from like the early 2000s, The Boy Is Mine. It's like an earlier version of that.
I kind of get that. No, I understand that. And they smartly wait until, I think it's the 3rd verse to bring in Mary J. Blige. Yep. I think it's the 3rd verse. And it kind of works, and it does go, they are passing that baton back and forth between each other. And I think my only criticism of that is that I think Mary J. Blige is trying to imitate Lauryn Hill. And I think she could just be herself, because I don't think Mary J. Blige is essentially bringing a different dimension to the song. I think she's adding to the themes that have been built up by Lauryn in that song. So, like, I liked it, but I think it could have been more.
I will follow then with my final positive track.
Okay.
Of Every Ghetto, Every City.
Fuck, I don't remember which one that is. You'll have to
it's
remind me.
One of the later tracks.
Okay.
Every ghetto, every city.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
So I love the storytelling with this one. It's like it's going back to her youth and retelling a story from her current state. So it's like that hyper, over the top version that you always look back on when you're older. Like you could literally have gone to the shops when you were 12 and bought a Kinder Egg. Other eggs are available. And you look at that when you're 30 and you had to fight through the hounds of hell to get to the shop to find £1 to buy the last volcanic egg of dinosaur. It's kind of like
she
that.
She may as well have started talking about Tamagotchis and those aliens that we swore had babies.
And Tazos.
And Tazos.
Fucking Tazos.
Tazos were better than Pogs. Fight me in the comments.
Yeah.
No.
And when you found a $5 in your crisps. Oh.
Oh God, that has brought back a visceral memory of like, do you ever just upturn the entire bag, just hoping that the $5 is going to be there, but you just make a mess every fucking time?
No, because I was a fat when I ate crisps, I was a fat child, so they did not get tipped anywhere other than my mouth. And if I had to choke on that $5, I would.
Oh, the $5 in the blue, like it was almost like the Salt and Shake packet.
You either got a $5 or a voucher saying free bag of crisps.
Yeah,
that no fucker would accept.
No, you literally, they were less than useless. I don't know why they bothered. All of this to say, I think it's almost like this is the closest like the album ever gets to a fucking novelty song.
Yeah,
there's a bit where she's just like, yeah, and we watch fucking cartoons and kung fu movies, and being a kid was fucking great. Like, yeah, like I guess I liked it. I think it was more telling of a positive experience, which the album is very light on. It's pretty much only this and To Zion that comes off as wholesome. So it's nice. I think it tells you a little bit more about Lauryn's relative youth as when she released the album. That, you know, some of her fondest memories were, you know, watching cartoons in her PJs and getting a crap VHS of not Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. What was I going to say? Enter the Dragon.
Kung Pao. That is a throwback. I had that from Poundland.
It's a great film. I love Kung Pao Enter the Fist. It's such it's the bit that we taught him wrong as a joke, and then they just hit him with the sticks. Yeah. I appreciated that for what it was, which was very much a back in my day retro kind of very warm, and the production's very warm. It feels like this fucking room. Like it just feels like a warm summer's day in a populated and dense city, and it's very visually evocative without even having the visuals to go for it.
Exactly. And I will follow up. Sorry, one last one, and this is a cover.
Yes, I enjoyed that cover too.
I think it's a really nice take on this song because typically this song is very slow, very like minimal. I think that's a good way to put it. It's just like singer and like until you get the bum 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 bum. Sorry to anyone listening with headphones.
She's found a version that doesn't feel like your Larry uncle at karaoke.
Uncle Knobhead with his cream slip-on, lobbing him
and his titty coat.
Fucking titty coat. I know what he wants to listen to. If he get New York on, this room's gonna erupt.
Your Uncle Barry wants Agadoo.
That's coming from a previous encounter that Mike actually had with a real DJ.
Oh God, you've got this to look forward to. Is it just people having opinions on what you choose for your wedding?
But the good news is, I'm fucking all this stuff off. We're not having a DJ. We're not having a fucking buffet. We're literally going to have an outdoor wedding and buy everyone a meal and tell you all to fuck off home.
Brilliant. I'm looking forward to that bit specifically. I think it's funny that we've done a music podcast and then the next big life event you have, there will be no music.
Yes. I am not willing to pay additional money for a good DJ just so I can listen to the fucking songs I want to listen to.
Honestly, the fact that comes at a premium is like probably like the 10th most surprising thing, and therefore one of the least surprising things about planning a fucking wedding. All of you who've been through it know that fucking hell. Like this DJ that was like, oh, you think you want Slipknot, but what you actually want is Black Light. He was like charging like a third of what I wasn't going to pay for somebody who genuinely was like, okay, we can do rock and metal. Awesome. That shouldn't come at a fucking premium. Anyway, we're not here to talk about weddings. Before we get into the back half of the episode and what I think is coming, I do want to quickly talk about, and it will be quick, Final Hour, which I do think is the best rapping on the record. I just have very few problems with it. It's very cromulently done. I think it's some of the smartest lyric writing that Lauryn does on the record. She does a little bit of rapping earlier on in the album, and it really lacks any like vocal dynamics. And I think she understands here that you can tell a story not just with the lyrics, but more with her tone and her delivery and her speed. And she gets it right in Final Hour. It doesn't feel like it outstays its welcome. And I think by proxy, that must make it my favourite on the record. So you get a big thumbs up for Final Hour, and then I really like the cover that we just spoke about. And then I have some middling thoughts on the others. And then, unfortunately, we need to do the second half of these episodes, which is when we talk about the bad.
I did like the jazz horns in that particular song.
In Final Hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only part of that song I liked.
Oh, that's a shame.
I wasn't a fan.
And it seems like that's not the only one you weren't a fan of.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm with you on this. I didn't have a good time. I think there's two problems here. I think the first problem is me. I'll be real with you. Those of you who know me in real life, which is most of this fucking audience, know that this isn't necessarily my genre. I'm trying to branch out and listen to things that don't fall into my wheelhouse. I'm trying to be appreciative of different genres and certainly different periods of music. But this it reminds me of music that led me to the rock kind of path I would be on for the next decade after this. And it's just because I don't fucking vibe with it. And I really wish I did. I really wish that this was my thing, but there's just so many elements that even now in my much older and slightly less wiser days that I cannot fathom wanting to listen to this for as long as this album runs. There's so many production decisions, the layering vocals, the constant fucking chattering. I've got to introduce you to a term that both I and Darren coined in our previous podcasts, and that is the term of Sambora-ing.
What?
Are you aware of who Richie Sambora is?
The former guitarist of Bon Jovi?
That's correct. Richie Sambora's job, apart from playing middling to good guitar in Bon Jovi, was to... Darren's going to hate me for that sentence. Was to basically echo the last couple of words of near enough every line in a chorus from a Bon Jovi song. E.g., "You give love a bad name," says Bon Jovi. "Bad name," says Sambora. You're now introduced to the concept of Sambora-ing. This album is fucking full of it. But, like, it's not just, like, the last couple of syllables, which is what true Sambora-ing is. It's repeating the fucking lines you've just heard ad nauseum, and not, like... And sometimes it's in the same, like... They're just going to sing it in the same cadence back at you, like an actual echo. Or most of the time... And it's a production decision that, like, every time it popped up on this album, I had to write down how much I fucking hated it. It's... Lauryn will sing something... and then just, like, back it up by saying the exact same words in a speaking voice. That shit got fucking old real fucking quick. I think I first noticed it in X Factor. Yep, I said, "So begins the list of songs on the record with Sambora-ing. Please explain this to Rob." That's the notes I put down. It was on X Factor. There was a little bit of it in Zion. It was all over Superstar. It was in When It Hurts So Bad. It was in I Used to Love Him. I stopped making notes. I'm like, I'm so fucking done with the Sambora-ing that this woman does. I think Hilling. I think it has to be. If we didn't have Faith Hilling from South Park, I'd be calling this Hilling. But as it stands, this is Lauryn Hill doing some Sambora-ing, and I fucking hate it. It just drives me fucking nuts.
Wow, that's not where I was expecting this to go, but I completely agree with you.
The second you realise it's happening, you just hear it all the time, and vocally speaking, some of the tracks are absolutely beautiful, and then others will just be an absolute fucking car crash of just so many vocals all competing for the attention in the track. You'll have Lauryn singing, you'll have the gospel choir behind her, and then you'll have her fucking Sambora-ing, and it's just too much complexity. Again, it feels like some fucker went in on EJ and just put as many tracks as they fucking could. Just let's make this as complicated as fucking possible. I think one of the ones that does this the worst, and it's a shame because I fucking love what this song could have been, and it's Superstar.
I was just looking at that one.
Oh my fucking God.
So before you get into it,
yeah,
did the introduction remind you of Notorious B.I.G's "Come on, motherfucker, come on,
yeah.
come on, motherfucker, come on"?
And in my head, yeah, in my head it went to the Top of the Tank Engine version as well. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, that bit was enjoyable. Unfortunately, what happens then is, and again, I want to preface it by going, the intent of the song to be a teardown of the music industry and about how it turned into a fucking carbon copy factory. Love it. Do more of this. This is interesting. The problem is, and I truly put this to the test. I listened to this on my phone speakers, on my my sound cancelling headphones, in my car, and from my TV sound system. In every fucking test, this is a muddle of production elements. The harp, the 2 drum kits, I don't know whether it's a full drum kit and then like a drum pad or something, but it didn't need 2 sets of percussion, all the samples, and then 3 vocal tracks arguing for space at any one time. This, honestly, is just fucking messy. And for it to be a middle finger against, oh, music's too corporate and too overproduced and it's doing all the same things, I would have liked something that would have felt more stripped back and simple, that would have showed off Lauryn's talents.
Yeah.
And what it felt like was the producers just throwing everything at the fucking wall and see what would stick. This song riled me up to no end.
The latter half of the album feels like that to me in its entirety.
Yeah.
If I get to a certain point in this album, and I think you're going to make an early assumption based on what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
First listen to this album, I was fine with it.
Yep.
Every listen after that became more and more of a struggle for me.
Completely
I
agree.
got so fucking bored.
Mm.
And it's like, there's some great tracks on here, but the D'Angelo song,
That is trash.
the
I'm sorry.
the chorus is fucking abysmal. The only part that she's got D'Angelo in for, and it is just so repetitive and boring. Like, he's a great vocalist, don't get me wrong, but nothing even matters. Just saying that over and over again, a repetitive bollocks. The overall song, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, great vocal range, lovely organ, boring as shit. Everything is everything. Too repetitive, too similar to a few of the songs on the album. I'm getting bored of the crazy long songs.
Yeah.
I don't care if the latter half of the song is a spoken word section about school. When every track is looking at over 4.5, 5, 6 minutes, I lose interest.
Yeah. If you're not going to play with the production of the song, why bother?
Exactly.
Because it feels like they just there's one where it's I think it is to Zion, and I thought the first verse of it was absolutely outstanding.
It just goes on way too long.
Well, they get into the second verse, and it's like, and now we've run out of ideas. It's like the first verse is, everybody told me not to have the babby, and I had the babby. Oh, brilliant, turn, fantastic. Long fucking chorus. Second verse, I've still got this babby, and it's great. Okay, are we out of ideas? Yeah, but we've still got 3 minutes of the song left.
Third verse, I sold the babby on eBay to fund this album. Fourth, the seller returned it the day work. Fifth verse, oh shit, the baby died in the post. Simple.
Fucking hell.
My mind went to a dark place listening to this album.
Real fucking quick.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, to Zion, I know it's a whole theme about motherhood, and I completely agree with it. It's too long.
Yep.
If it was just the first 2 verses, it'd be a great song. It'd be an essential R&B listening track, but it's so repetitive and it's so long.
It's almost the inverse problem of, Forgive Them Father.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does the 2 verses and then it literally just repeats that fucking chorus for 3 minutes. And it keeps layering in all these vocal things. And you've got this big gospel choir. I'm like, why was that not on Forgive Them Father? It's like we ran out of ideas. She knew she wanted to write a song to her son. Fair enough. And I think that twisted at the very, very beginning where it's saying like, oh, think about your career. You can't bring up a child and, be who you want to be. And then she went, but fuck him, I had the babby. Brilliant. Great. That's your second or third verse though. So you've just nowhere left to go. It's gone, I had the babby. Everything was great. Okay, cool. So how are we going to, as you do in every song? Yeah. In every song, they up the ante in the second half. And there's no fucking second half to this song. It's just more chorus and just more layering. It's fucking filler. This album feels like some good ideas, but like just packed in with paper mache.
Yeah.
It's bizarre how
Phil
much
Collins, like half of his album.
It's Phil Collins.
Half of his album could have been left off and it would have made it such a better listening experience.
How many Phil Collins albums have you listened to?
I fucking love Phil Collins. Man made up a word to fill a song.
Is it Susudio?
It is.
It was Susudio, yeah.
He wanted the certain theme. He wanted the certain interpolation. It was like, I don't know what fits here. Studio. Just made up a word. You just said the word.
It's a great track though, isn't it?
Studio.
I still find it off-putting that he changed all of the album art on Spotify to his current face. It's just looks weird. Like he's always been bald, but seriously, it's a good album.
It is.
Has anybody suggested any Phil Collins?
No, I wish.
You know what to do.
Think twice.
That's a good song, honestly. But there's so much of this that just completely outstays its welcome.
Yeah.
And I really don't know where the love's coming from. X Factor, I like it, but it does take 2.5 minutes to get to the good bit. It happens halfway through when you get those gospel chords coming in, doing like the first word of every line that she's singing. Because when it's used more sparingly in that, it feels more pointed and it feels like more of an attack. And considering that it's a complicated, messy song about, wanting to be done with somebody but always coming back, the fact that you have vocal stings to kind of like emulate how, you'll be kind of like attacked by your own head for thinking it like that is a very, very interesting choice. Why do I have to wait 3 minutes to get to it?
Yep. Completely agree.
And it's not consistent. It's not like the first half of the song is always shit and the back half is always good. It flip-flops throughout the album. Some of them, there's just nothing good going on at all. You've already mentioned them. Nothing even matters. Everything is everything. Miseducation. I get nothing from that. Tell them. I lose interest by the time we get to there.
What about going to the start with Lost Ones?
What did I put down for Lost Ones?
I had that the intro verse is boring.
Oh, I wanted to check to see if she got
the chorus.
Yeah, there was just too many conflicting elements on certain songs. Then there was some songs where it just lacked anything interesting, and the quality like ratio over the runtime is all fucking higgledy-piggledy. And I don't see the one thing, that thing, if you will, that people latch onto and makes them think this is a classic, because it stands. I just think of it as very bog standard late 90s R&B.
Yeah. But I think we've been spoiled by what's come after this.
Probably.
Maybe at the time this was a monumental thing because first female artist to get that sort of accolade and sell that well as a solo artist. But I completely agree with you. It's not anything that I'd be in a rush to listen to again.
Nope.
I haven't really enjoyed my time listening to this. Some songs are good, some songs are all right, some are just abysmal. And I can't see this as an album being a 10 out of 10 like some people have given it.
No.
I just don't understand it.
There's, like you say, there's peaks and troughs. It's not fucking perfect, though. And as you know here, we strive for perfection, and that's what we like to give things unskippable. But this time, it is not going to be from me.
It's really not from me either. I've struggled with this. Like, we don't typically talk about albums outside of recording. And when I turned up to Mike today to record, it was just, I'm so glad to be done with this. We weren't going to record this one first. This was going to be the second one we recorded. But
Yeah.
I needed to get it done. I needed to get it out. And I needed to not ever have to listen to this album again.
Yeah, I think being trapped listening to this has not been a great experience to start off year 2 with. But you know what? It's certainly an encapsulation of its time. It certainly evoked to me that kind of very vocally inflective period in R&B and pop music later down the lines into the early 2000s. I mean, I mentioned Christina Aguilera kind of earlier on in the episode. This would serve, go on to serve as a massive influence for that era, and it would be replicated all up to artists up to and including Britney Spears, who was on top of the world in the early 2000s. So like influential for sure. Original, probably. I don't know. I wasn't in that culture at the time. Unskippable? No. Not by any stretch. So Cameron, it's 0 for 2, I'm afraid. It's 0 for 2. You didn't get Blonde, you're not going to get this. But, don't feel discouraged. Feel free to send another album if you like, because we're always interested to hear it. And I'm always interested to hear something I wouldn't have listened to without this show. But I am not rushing back to listen to any of this.
No, definitely not.
So never mind.
Never mind. We tried. We gave it a good shot. We gave it multiple listens, and it's just not for me.
Anyway, so if you have an album that you believe is unskippable and you'd like to send it in for us to listen and give a review, you can send that over to us at skippod@gmail.com. That's skipdpod@gmail.com. You can also go to the link tree, which is linktr.ee/skipdpod, and you can fill out the form. You can send us an email directly through there. You can find us on the socials. It's mostly Instagram, but we are on Blue Sky, in theory. And you can send us your suggestions that way, and then we'll put them on the wheel and then see if they come up for future episodes. Next week, it was our original first album of the year. It was the one that was picked first. But we are going to have something of a house party, which is the gag I said at the end of the of the anniversary episode. I'm making the same gag again, because time is chaos.
And you're doing it in style.
I am doing it in style. We'll see you next week for that. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.